filter, it is possible to detect the radiation, the level being given as an audible signal. Radioactivity arises from the breakdown of atoms. They emit such high energy that the rays can penetrate this block of iron. We must therefore protect ourselves. But how? The best protection is to keep your distance. You can hear that the radiation decreases. Time is another protective factor. The shorter the time spent in a radioactive area, the less the amount of radioactivity absorbed by the body. A part of the radioactivity can be shielded, and in practice this is achieved by using special packaging. The International Atomic Energy Agency has laid down maximum limits for cargo with radioactive contents. These limits also provide protection and apply to 3 categories of parcels. Parcels with this label emit the least amount of radioactivity, and parcels with this label emit the most. Let's summarize. Radiation damages the environment. You can protect yourself by keeping your distance, limiting the time spent in the radioactive area, shielding the radioactivity, and observing maximum limits. Corrosive substances, such as acids and alkalis, belong to hazard class 8. Here we are adding hydrochloric acid to aluminium, a light metal, which is also used in building aircraft. As you can see, gases are evolved immediately, and the aluminium is broken down. Concentrated alkaline solutions have a similarly vigorous reaction. What are the properties of acids and alkaline solutions? They produce heat and gases, destroy living tissue and other material. All those dangerous goods with properties which have not already been discussed belong to class 9. For example, vehicles, magnetic substances, and dry ice. Dry ice is very cold, minus 70 degrees Celsius. However, as it only becomes gaseous when warmed and does not produce any moisture, it is the ideal cooling agent for transportation. The gas formed, however, does have a disadvantage. It is heavier than air and displaces oxygen. That is why rooms used to store dry ice, for example here in the hold of an aircraft, must be aired before entering. Let's look at another example from class 9, a magnet. Magnets do not place people at risk directly, but they form magnetic fields which may influence compasses, videotapes, data storage media, and measuring equipment. Let's summarize. Dry ice is very cold. It displaces air. Magnets influence instruments and destroy information on data storage media. You are now familiar with the most important properties of dangerous goods. Please observe the ICAO and IATA regulations and thus ensure that these properties never come into effect.